Wow, guys, this is a first. Now, in the earlier report I did, I spoke about Russia unveiling its new invincible nuclear missile that can evade current and future, so it's claimed, missile and air defense systems. I didn't realize they'd done a video simulation of that attack. Some of you may know by now, but for those of you who don't, have a look at this video.
Как существенные результаты достигнуты в создании лазерного оружия. И это уже не просто теория.
Just gonna pause it there because this stupid bar's in the way, but I'm sure you can see highlighted in red, Putin showed a computer simulation of the missiles flying towards the US and striking Florida. I think that's a first. I think that's a first from the Russians. I know the North Koreans have shown simulations, computer-generated videos of them hitting targets like the USS Carl Vinson and the White House. But I think this is the first I've ever seen Russia do a computer-simulated video showing missiles heading towards Florida. And one thing I forgot to mention is, along with their newly unveiled invincible nuclear warhead or missile and their nuclear drone Canyon, they also have a submarine of some form, nuclear submarine of some form, and that just ties into the whole storyline that we've been looking at in terms of something to do with waves, something to do with submarine, something to do with a missile coming up out of the water from a submarine and striking somewhere on the East Coast. Now, whether that's a direct hit on land or whether that's an explosion above land generating an EMP, one can't say. But at this moment in time, seeing all these things going on, it's just absolutely crazy. I mean, exactly where Mar-a-Lago estate is located. So, who knows? Trump might be golfing less. But that is something that is new, it's unusual, it's worrying in its timing. And we'll just have to, I mean, it's a nuclear missile, so, you know, you don't really want to wait and see what happens, because you kind of know what happens if a nuclear missile goes off or a nuclear warhead detonates in a populated area. I hope and pray against it. But seeing the way Russia's been behaving this year, I already reported that they've been crossing into the English Channel, and that, you know, that's in the Atlantic, kind of where all these hurricanes have been, you know, possibly providing cover for these submarines to move. Even though some of these nuclear submarines can move relatively quietly, they can still be detected. But when you've got a hurricane going on, you wouldn't be able to detect a submarine underneath a hurricane. Even if you were right on top of it, you'd struggle. So it's possible that these, and to be honest, I do think they're geoengineered. So I think these geoengineered hurricanes have been used to cover these Russian submarines. And obviously that's a theory that's, you know, has been voiced before. It's nothing new, but it didn't happen in the time frame we were looking at previously. And now we're looking at this time frame, and everything just seems to be, you know, kind of moving along at a steady pace. All this year, the Chinese moving their 300,000 troops to the border. They haven't moved them back. They're still there. The North Koreans working on their submersible barge, and they're digging out their nuclear test site. The Russians with their submarines in the English Channel, in the Atlantic Ocean. The spy ship they had off the East Coast. Sorry, I've just got you on a still screen here, but I'm just thinking and talking can only do so many things at one time. And the false alarms, the false missile alerts for Hawaii and for Japan, the false tsunami alerts that we had, the earthquakes that we've had, the Ring of Fire is apparently active at the moment. A major earthquake expected in like the Jakarta region, apparently. You've got the earthquakes that were going on underneath the Cumbre Vieja as well, volcano in the Canary Islands in Spain. Full moons and eclipses and blood moons and supermoons, blue moons, Chinese New Year's, Easter coming up, April Fool's Day coming up, celebration for the Jewish people's anniversary coming up. There's so much going on right in this time frame. I'll tell you what, yeah. I'll be very honest with you. I am tired. I am really, really tired. Sometimes I just feel like sitting back and just waiting for it to happen. Um, but I can't do that. I can't do that because it's not the right thing to do. If I suspect something, all of us feel like something's coming. We feel like it's this time, whether we disagree on dates, whether it's the 2nd of March or the 3rd of March or the 10th of March or the 11th of March or the 15th, or the 1st of April or the 3rd of April, the 18th or the 19th of April, the 31st of March, going into May. Really, we can disagree about the dates, but I think we all agree that we've all got the same feeling, and it's the same message that they've been kind of drilling into us through the media over the last couple of weeks and months, which is time's up, time up. I mean, I can just think of all the quotes. It's like time's up, time up, fire and fury, calm before the storm, decision time is near. All these little phrases, and then you got very bad day as well. All of these little phrases are just linking together, and they're not painting a pretty picture. And 2018 is looking to be the year where these things happen. The tensions have carried over from 2017, where they started to kind of build up towards the end of 2017, and they've now crossed over into 2018. And the beginning of 2018 has been absolutely crazy. Stock markets going down by 666 points, Florida shootings, Texas shootings, Las Vegas shooting, all of it. Billy Graham's death, the Obama portrait. There's so many things going on. There's too much going on, which is why I just want to give thanks to God right now that there's a lot of YouTubers out there who are working to reveal all of this information. And what I love is that it's spread out across an entire spectrum. They've got so many ways of, conveying messages and hiding secrets in plain sight. And you've just got a number of YouTubers that are right on it, from looking at the Vatican to looking at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, to looking at tsunamis, earthquakes, volcanoes, the use of submarines, the use of nuclear weapons, the NRA, the iPet Goat video, the Simpsons, the Be Ready video, all of it. We're working hard. I can feel that we're working hard. But boy, I know I speak for myself and a lot of the YouTubers out there when I tell you it does get tiring. It really does. In this kind of time frame, there is no real days of rest. I mean, I'm glad I took those 3 days or 2 days at the end of February to kind of just chill out and not look at any news reports and not look into any numbers or anything like that. Coming back into it with all of these things going on. Wow. So sorry you guys were stuck on that screen for, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. But just had to kind of, get that out. And just show you guys that Mr. Vladimir Putin, he is making some big moves, some big boy moves on the stage, on the world stage, and he's trying to bring the Soviet Union back to and beyond where it was before, which unfortunately means that there's probably going to be another World War III. And the way things are going, it looks like it's going to be relatively soon. So, you guys, with the time you got left, love your family, love your friends, stick close to God. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and God bless.